I'm not really going to cover positive, consistent, predictable human-cat interaction at all. Vicky's going to do that wonderfully next. I just wanted you to see a picture of my mum and my gorgeous cat. But I'm not going to cover that. Vicky's going to go on to that, which I think I've said. Which brings us quite nicely to our last pillar. Perfect. Which is to provide an environment that respects the importance of a cat's sense of smell. Now, we use the term sense of smell because we think cat owners understand that. If we start talking about chemicals or pheromones, not all cat owners understand that. But I am using sense of smell as an umbrella term to incorporate those things because we need to make people understand that because they are vitally important to cats. Cats will use their olfactory system and their pheromonal system to evaluate their surroundings, to familiarize themselves with their surroundings, to communicate with their own species, and to maximize their sense of security within that environment. It is a sense that we don't utilize that much. And I think because we don't utilize it that much as humans, we place less importance on it. But we really need to recognize that for our cats, it's a real primary sense. So olfaction is about the sense of smell. It's detected through the nose and the olfactory bulb. Pheromones, which are these species-specific chemical signals, we can't smell them, are detected by the visceral nasal organ, which is through the back of the hard palate. And together, they help the cat really navigate through its environment. Oh, sorry, I wanted to show you that. Here's a picture of a cat, Fleming, so you can see this classic face, the classic gape they do when they're detecting pheromonal compounds. So, how do we provide an environment that respects that? If it's something that we can't even smell, how on earth do we provide an environment that we know we're not messing around with it? And that's pretty difficult. And I think that's sometimes why we do get it wrong and we get our peeing cats or our spraying cats, because it's something that's hard for us. In my house, it's pretty damn obvious because when they facial rub, they leave these oily marks. What I don't do is I don't clean those. A bit grubby, but I leave them because that is the cat's place that it's saying, this is my home and I feel safe and secure in here. Just like when I come in and I put my bag down and my shoes down, I know it's my home. These are my things. So they use their pheromonal signals when they facial rub, predominantly facial rubbing, body rubbing. We see it quite often on corners. So corner here next to the front door, corner here of a plant pot. That will be the primary way they deposit these pheromones. Markings establish the boundaries of a core living area in which they feel safe and secure. And we certainly, one of my cats, Cosmos, without fail, every time he comes through the gate into our courtyard, will stop to facial rub. And I've seen him come through and run back and facial rub and run on again. It's really, we should get some video of him. So where possible, we really should try not to interfere with these. I know the situation where we've got problems with disease transmission, we have to, and we'll come on to how we can deal with that. So the first thing we should do is try and avoid those substances that are detergents, cleaning substances that are really, really strong smelling, bleach-based. They, to us, smell really, really strong, so I can't even imagine what they smell like to our cats. So we should really try and avoid those at all costs in areas that our cats come into contact with. For cats that are really, really sensitive to smells or new smells or disruption in their scent profiles, try to minimize the amount of outdoor scents that are brought in. I know in a lot of European countries we take our shoes off at the front door, we don't bring them into our homes. In the UK we often do bring our shoes into the home and wear our outdoor shoes inside, and we should maybe think about leaving them and having other shoes for inside. Utilise synthetic pheromones. We often talk about rubbing cloths on cats' faces to get their pheromones and then rub that on new furniture. And that's great if you've got a cat that does not mind being rubbed with a cloth, that doesn't mind that level of interaction. But there's lots of cats that do. And that's just going to be another negative thing happening in its environment. So in those circumstances, utilise the synthetic pheromones that are available to us. So we can do that through either diffuser, or with new particular items, we can spray them with synthetic pheromones. Provide scratching areas that allow a cat to deposit its scent. We haven't talked much about that, but the cats will deposit scent from the interdigital glands. Provide the right and appropriate scratching areas for them. Scratching posts come from this size to this size. Don't go anything below this size, a cat's full stretch. We've said avoid cleaning facially marked areas, and wash their bedding on rotation. I know we, as humans, we love to go, right, the beds are being done today, and all the sheets come off all the beds, and all the laundry's done. But for our cats, we should be doing just 1 or 2 at a time. Leave some of their scent there for them. Other considerations we need to think: if your cat's got outdoor access, we want to prevent other animals coming into the home and bringing their scent, so consider microchip scanning cat flaps. We did have quite a debate at the panel about the use of magnet-based cat flaps, and there were lots of horror stories of cats coming in with screws and nails attached, so we went just with the microchip scanning cat flaps. Again, outside area, provide opportunities for facial rubbing and for scratching. Never ever punish any scent marking that you think is inappropriate. And we had a big chat about cats returning home from the vets in multi-cat households and how their scent profile will be different. They will smell different. They will have the smells of either anaesthetic gases or the scent that's come in from the veterinary surgery. And we talked very much about letting the cat come into the house without the other cats being around it, re-establishing its scent profile within the home before reintroducing it to the other cats that are there. We also talked about the possibility of taking all the cats to the vets at the same time, if that is possible. I know that's not always the case. As kittens, I don't think we place enough emphasis on habituating them to new scents, to novel scents. We talk very much about they should meet lots of people, different people. They should hear different sounds. We should play the hoover, play the washing machine. But we don't talk a lot about making them resilient to novel scents and to novel smells and to changes in that scent profile, because we don't think it's that important to us. It's not one of the senses we really recognise. And I think we need to start looking at that, is building resilience in cats very young. Spot clean the veterinary cages, a small bit at a time, maintaining some of the scent still there. Use of pheromones in caged environments. We do have a body of evidence to suggest how much they can help. Take bedding with the cat for whenever it goes away from home. Take its own bedding.